Okay, first your attention on this side of the entryway here. Look at the bricks. It's supposed to be limestone foundations coming from the bottom up of the building, right? Let me back up and show you. So you're gonna say, Pants, those are limestone foundations coming from the bottom of the building. The limestone foundation. No, they're not. They're not the bricks. Okay, look at the archway here. There's still bricks. There's still bricks. And I can see that there's transitions all going on up here and all sorts of mangled out bricks all up around here. They're not limestone blocks. They're limestone bricks all mangled out all around. And it's a mess. And they've come together. They've blocked up. And I'll show you some more evidence of this in a moment here. This is a building. There's a plaque over here that's very informative actually. And I'll show you some anomalies going on over here. There's been a lot of cover up here. See this? This is new mortar. This is one job here. And this is two. This mortar, this stuff here, was placed over to make block patterns between all this stuff and to cover up. And this right here, obviously vacated bricks and vacated limestone bricks because they're limestone now. For the most part, not all of them are. Look over here. Whoops. Some survived. A couple of bricks survived here. Here's one that, give me a break. Look at this one here. See the mortar around it? They're bricks. Here, see? Very interesting. So yeah, I can see three different colors here of mortar. I see. There's this darker one here, that's newer. This was placed over to cover up and make some block patterns, it seems. Like over here, they covered up with the dark stuff. But then this medium dark stuff, where is it? There's that dark stuff there. And then this medium stuff here seems to be actually the original mortar that's melted out and pillowed out and marshmallowed out. And same with and then this light stuff here, the really light stuff, is also pasted on to make block patterns and such. So you see that? Got this really dark stuff and they're pasting over everything with it. And the light stuff, they're pasting over everything with it. And then this here, the pillowed out stuff, which is kind of in between the dark and the light, between these two, this is this stuff and it's pillowed everywhere. That's the original mortar right there. That's the original mortar between the regular size bricks. Because it's over here, the same pillowed stuff, this is between these bricks too. So you can see that. There's a brick up here. And look in here. How about up here? How about these melted bricks, eh? How about these melted bricks? Look at the wall up here. They're disintegrating, turning to powder up there, eh? Brick ash. Look at this down here. Look at this entryway here. This along the door. They're bricks still. And look at the transition here. They're not melted and they weren't hot, eh? They're eroded on the inside of the building. They're eroded on the inside. They eroded on the inside of the building, eh? Erosion on the inside of the building, eh? With the roof and everything and all enclosed. You got erosion on the inside of the building? Really? There's a big balloon rock right there. There's two of them. Two balloons. And that whole entire side of the door frame there as well. Look at that. All bricks still. All bricks still. And there's a little patch, a little piece of them right there. The rest have been smoked into limestone blocks. This here is not how you build with mixed stone, if that's what you want to say. This is built with mixed stone, Pants. No, this is how you build with mixed stone. This was constructed with mixed stone. This is an addition. This is a new addition here. It's not the same limestone. It's limestone, but it's not the same. And this is how you build with mixed stone. You don't just have a bunch of, loose potatoes thrown everywhere and meatballs and everything at cock angles and all sideways and such. You don't do that, right? And all this big mash of mess. You don't do that. You have nice, you might have some smaller stuff and bigger stuff, and that's how but you have them so it works, right? See the smaller stuff up here? And so this is how you build with mixed stone. This is not. This is something completely different. These were perfect rows of bricks that have just completely done a dance here. Same with these. This is not how you build with mixed stone. See them melting into the bricks over there. It was a perfect, imagine that wall just continuing as a perfect brick wall right down to, flush over here. That's what it was. Red bricks all the way down. Just continue that on in your mind. Imagine that continuing right over that damaged limestone. And that's what it was. All the way up here it was, see? Boom, it was all, but this is, the heat came from up here, from the bottom up. That's what it seems like. But this is not how you build with mixed stone. Do you see all the potatoes and loose meatballs in here? We don't need all that. That's not how you build with mixed stone. It's just too much going on here, and it's too much of a mess. And this is how you build with mixed stone, right here. This is interesting because this is just how it blocked up on its own. This is how the bricks on their own, just the regular bricks, blocked up on their own. But the reason why they survive out around archways and around door frames and such and windows is or if it's like a pipe, is because of the air flowing through it and the cooling factor. It was cooler right here than the rest of the building was. The whole building was red hot and molten. There was air right here, so as far as the air could affect, as it was whirling out, would be somewhat saved from the rest of the carnage because the air was cooling the bricks all around the opening. That's why you get that. That's why you get that. And that's why it's not always even. That's why it can be like this sometimes. The heat still got this side, but it not completely. It's showing that it's the air that the air is cooling, causing bricks to be saved. It's a crazy building here. It's not what it was called in the past. They established 1880, So very big obtuse angles, and there's some information here I want to read. I thought there was something around the corner here we can look at, but this again is not how you build with mixed stone. You can see the patterns here of the colors. The heat differentials are across the entire building, indicating damage, severe damage. Look at the crack. Look at the crack. Okay, look at the crack going up. And it's going up all the way that way. It does go, it's a hairline, but it goes all the way up the building. I can see it. I can see the fucker, it goes all the way up. It keeps going all the way up. See that hairline? It's gonna keep cracking and separating. They blocked in the window right here before the event. All the mortar damage in between here is the same as out here. And look at the mortar pinning here, indicating that they're trying to accentuate a block pattern that does not exist. They've mortar pinned right here. Slap mortar and pin it with these pin lines to make it look like blocks when they're not, see? They've stuck mortar over and then they pinned the mortar. It's called pinning. It's a new masonry technique, and it's crude. It's crude, and we don't build with mixed stone like this, with potatoes and meatballs and ridiculous junk. There's no order to that shape. This one right here is like we saw over there, built with mixed stone. So let's do it again. Here's how you build with mixed stone. Different sizes and such, okay? This is how you do it. There's some different sizes in there and such. This is not. This is not. This is something else. This is carnage. This is carnage. This is something else. They were all perfect bricks, like this one here, and like this one here, but they've all done a dance here. They've all done a dance. Around the corner. Again, this has been redone here. This has been redone. This is an actual reconstruction here built with mixed stone, and they've done pretty good work for mixed stone masonry. That's fucking phenomenal. That they got the edge. That they met the edge, like that they met the carnage right here. So that's how damaged it was. This is how damaged it was. This is what the building was looking like here. likely in the bottom here. The whole corner was smoked out. And I see that often with the buildings. The corners are heavily damaged. Now, let me show you something here. So, this is actually constructed with mixed stone from somewhere else. I'm looking down here at these here. These are like what you put in your backyard for like retaining walls, but they're a bit different though. And the mortar between these seems to be a part of the melt, because you can tell the melted mortar. You gotta find it, and then you gotta. So you have to identify the melted mortar, okay, and then follow it, and then follow it everywhere, because then you'll see that there's color differences in the stuff that and then you can see what they've put. You can see new mortar over here and what it looks like, with the grooves, fresh, concave, and all that. But over here we got pillowed out like marshmallows, oozing down. You can see it was dripping down. So now we've identified this is the melted mortar. It's this stuff that looks like this. It's this color. It's melted everywhere. It's marshmallowy. Now we know what the melted stuff is, right? So you come over here, and then you see all the like this fresh stuff here. That's not the same as what we were looking at. That's not the same as this pillowy stuff, this color. We got a different color here, and it's all seems to be new and pasted over, right? They've pasted over all this to make what? Block patterns, see? So over here we've had some cleanup work. Over here, see between, the cleanup work in between here? But there's lots of aspects here that are still original and melted, and look at these at cocked angles here. Here's two bricks have come, they've just slid back. They're probably part of these two bricks here. They probably just cracked it, Just broke. You see, look, his bricks hanging out. But you don't build with mixed stone like this. There's no way you can do that and and you're not gonna do that when you plan to build one of these on top. Like a Ferrari, like Rolls-Royce building on top of like, stuff you would find at the garbage dump. And then you're gonna build one of these on top of this. That's the plan. So they had the ability to do this. The materials available to do this. And then they're gonna plan to do it on top of this stuff. Right? Why? Tell me why. But this is weird though, there's a red block in here, a red piece of granite. It's granite for sure. What the fuck is that doing in there? Because it's got melted mortar around it. You see there's melted mortar on it. That's the melted pillowed out mortar squeezing through it. It would seem. Yeah, it is. It totally is. It's fused. It's the same stuff as this stuff here. Interesting. I don't know. There's some different colors going on here. There's like, I think this stuff might have been pasted over. See here, it's like, oh, it's lipped over, yeah. This darker gray stuff's been, they kind of come through with some of that and kind of through, it looks like. But yeah, there's so many different colors of mortar going on here. You have to pay attention to that stuff if you're really getting into this, You want to know what you're looking at. That's what I'm looking at. I look at the mortar, I look at the condition of the brick and the material, and what's going on. We got like weird stuff like this, like a strange granite block, and then all these like backyard like looking retaining wall type looking blocks almost, It's just weird. What are those doing there? They seem to have new mortar between those. So those may have been placed there when this was done. When this hole, which has been done good, and look at the perfect right angle and such. I mean, you can't even tell that. I mean, if the color differential wasn't there, you wouldn't be able to tell. It's flush up with the rest of the building. With mixed stone, it's not easy. That's pretty good work. And this here is looking pretty blown out as well. So, I'm gonna show you that little plaque over there. We're gonna read that. Another huge crack up the building. Another huge crack up the building. Because its lower sections here are looking like this. The bricks have come together and churned up into big round, clumpy stones with no shape or order. So now the building is sitting on top of a bunch of jagged junk, and now it's cracking. Now it's cracking. See the bridge here? Car going over it right now. I can't see the car. But we're gonna take a look at this abutment right here. The huge abutment. Got some info over here on it. And this abutment over here. And this abutment over here. This one here. That one is original. That one is original. This one is not. So they say. I'm gonna show you something though that's a bit off about this story, but I like this here. I like this. This is interesting. So take a look here. You got this building here. An old worlder right here, baby, with the clean steam. Do you see any black soot coming out of this steam here? That's just pure water vapor. You know. But here's after the fact. They had just laid down some new tracks over here. These are new tracks laid down. These seem to be the old ones, maybe, or no, they seem to be newer wood as well. Somewhat newer. So they've laid tracks down here, newer tracks. And this building here is none other than this building right here. So we're looking at right here, this corner right here, and see the bridge behind. You see the bridge behind. So very interesting. It's called a through. It was a through pat truss. That's what it was, and they show you the tech here. And they had a through girder design, and then they changed it up. Where does it say that they changed it? I swear this had more information. That's spooky. Okay. Anywho, oh, maybe that was at the railroad tracks, or at the train yard. Yeah. So what happened here was, look at here. After said events or whatever, in the 1920s, 1928, what happened was this huge truss was here, this beautiful truss. See? And this is right here, this corner right here. That's the corner that we're looking at right here. This corner is right there. And the bridge was right here, see? The bridge is still here. They've redone it in a different style. Yeah, there's not so much information here. What's going on? Wait. Am I tripping? No. You've got to be kidding me. Hang on a moment. There was... Is this a Mandela effect? What is this? There was like a... It described the different types of bridges and what they had to... Oh wait, maybe it does in words. Maybe it does in words. It does in words. Okay. So what they had was originally a through plate. Oh wait. No. The truss was originally... Sorry, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I think this is, I swear this looks different. But anywho, they've replaced it a few times. So in 1928, oh yeah, so it was a through truss span, and it's an iron and rivets pretty much. And then it was, then this happened here. And what happened was, look at this here. You see what they were doing? These are dam locks. And they tried to bring the dam locks over the bridge with because they had trains going over this before. Now it's cars. But the fucking locks, it caused the whole truss to sink down, the whole bridge to collapse kind of and sink down like this. But the damn thing was built so well that it actually held its integrity, and they were able to actually just set it back in place for a while, and they used it for a while again like that until they repaired it in the 50s again with a through plate girder design, so they say. And then in 1999 they went to a steel girder design, which is what it is now, with the hex nuts and all that. And no more rivets, no more iron, it's now steel girders. It was an iron truss. So they say that when this happens, in the 50s or whatever, they actually, or yeah, so no, in the 1999, the east abutments downriver. So that's yes. So that's that one here. Or wait, the east one would be this one. Okay, maybe they got that wrong. Anyhow, so it says it's hard to tell that the new abutment is concrete, not stone. It is hard to tell that the new abutment is concrete, not stone, because the concrete was formed and stained to imitate stone. You see what I'm saying here? And then look closely at the stones and to see drill holes from when the blocks were quarried and other irregularities that do not appear on the new wall over here. So here's the new one, here's the old one over here. And they're saying that that one has quarry marks and quarry stuff on it and metal sticking out of it. That's because, yeah, maybe so, but let me show you. They make bridges out of this stuff. It's the same material as the brick. It turns into limestone as well. Here it is. They make the bridge down there, the huge stone arch bridge is right down here. Maybe we can take a peek at it. But these are huge, enormous blocks. Okay, you see these here. And they were constructed of this stuff, and they made the bridge of that stuff too down there. Well, they got this bridge open now too. I forgot that beautiful bridge that I've showed you this one too, but it's a bit dark right now. But you remember the Stone Arch Bridge? It's over. Let's see if we can see it. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Oh yeah, you kind of can. We can kind of see it. See the arches right there? Those, right in the center of the screen. That's that huge long. It goes way all the way around. You know, since I did that video, you know, underneath it and showing it, some things about it, and they just built this wall here. They just built this with limestone, real limestone. So they want you to see that this is over here made to look like stone. And I see that. It's concrete made to look like stone. Here, I got a light. Maybe that light's not gonna help. Maybe it does. Yeah. See here? It's and you see in between. You can tell it's painted. You can see it's painted, and it's just very fake looking. To a degree. I mean, it's pretty good. It's made to imitate. It's pretty good. But you can tell when you're up close that it's yeah, that it could be a concrete. They've done a good job here though. They've done a pretty good job. They got a pretty vitrified looking surface on there, eh? But it is concrete. I can see it inside of there. Oops, sorry. Maybe that's too bright. But anyhow, no, it's red. What left in that condition, eh? What left? Just eroding? I don't know. But sitting here, all this tech in here. What is that even? It's missing this side, this wheel over here, and that's part of it as well. That wood. But this here is made to, see here, made to imitate stone. Damaged. Lime and calcium leaching out on it. That white stuff is lime and calcium. So they want you to think that this whole abutment here, they say, was completely redone in 1999. Let me show you what we're talking about here. So I got concrete covering over here, and I got the concrete up here, the rendering, and it's coming away, and that's interesting as well up there. Holy shit, what's going on here though? So you're telling me that they built it with this material, eh? Do you see any rebar? No, up in here. Do you see any rebar? No. Now look at the whole thing. It's all that same material. All the way down. There is no, and then look up here, there's a mortar line with mortar in it still. Why is there a mortar line with mortar in it up here? And it disappears. Watch, it disappears. Watch. Oh no, it gets bigger. It gets bigger. And then it disappears right there. And then there's another one. Say about here. Here it is. Here's the next one. You can see that there is mortar between it still, right? You see the material is different in there. Now follow it this way, and we follow it this way, and it swoops down, and then it disappears pretty much. For the most, it disappears. You can follow it actually pretty much, very faintly. But so what style of concrete masonry is this, where we don't have any rebar and we just have a solid mass of concrete, eh? That's what it looks like, right? With mortar between sections for some strange reason that aren't straight, but they are. They run parallel, but they're not like, but they're wavy kind of, you know. No, it's damage. This is likely pebblecrete. It is pebblecrete. Look here. You know why I know that? Because this is limestone in here, churned up, yellow and gray. It can be yellow or it can be gray. This is all the same limestone we see everywhere. That we see in the building right there. It can be yellow or gray, yellow or gray. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff churned up, and it's all yellow or gray, yellow or gray, yellow or gray, or variations of that. But for the most part, yellow and gray. Limestone turned up. These are just churned up bricks. These are just churned up. That's all it is. I've seen this kind of pebblecrete before, all over the place. It's down by the river down there. I've showed you before. I've showed you this stuff just like this. And there was bricks hanging out of this stuff down there by the river. So, and it's fused right into the brick building. Yeah, it's cutting into some of the bricks here. There's vines, of course. So you can see here, look. It's fused right to it. Fused right to it. And look at this material. It's just gray and yellow limestone. That's all it is. These are all just churned up pieces of limestone. See? Yellow and gray, yellow and gray. Just like over here. Just like over here. Yellow and gray. And then you come up close here, that's all it is. They're yellow and gray, yellow and gray. And it's the same, I can see it's the same rough, rocky, chalky looking limestone that we have over here on the building. So, I'll show you one more time. You see it all churned up there in little pieces, and little bricklets. And over here you've seen it come to blocks. Likely because there was completely different brick bonds for a bridge than there would be for a building. That's why this completely smoked out differently, and the damage is different. Likely different bricks, and likely a completely different bond for a much more integrity in the bridge. You need the bridge to be strong, you know. And they no longer have the, it's no longer a truss, it's just a steel girder bridge. So, I already showed you that brick, but the limestone, it can be either yellow or gray, or variations of it. Now let's look at the material up close. See, it's the same chalky looking gray limestone that we saw over there. Sorry about my light. And it can be yellow or gray. Here, and often it can be both in the same block like this. Yellow or gray, yellow or gray. Like this. Yellow or gray, yellow or gray. Or variations of that, like browns and reds. Because the primary, the initial color is red. And when you burn out red, you get orange, then yellow, then white, pretty much. Or if you get a charcoaling factor where you get black, then you would get the gray and then white. That's why you get these two colors. And look at these cells. Yeah, right. They're smoked. Smoked. Above the relief arches are smoked. And I can see they match up. See here? They seem to be bricks laid vertically here, and they are up there on those relief arches. They are just like this, the same pattern here pretty much for the most part. It's following a similar pattern. And these as well at the bottom sill, 2 bricks thick right here. I can see they're 2 bricks thick. 2 bricks, and they are up there too. 2 bricks thick. They follow the same style, pretty much. Not exact, but the same style. See here? That's what I mean. It's 2 bricks thick there. It's about 2 bricks thick right there, where it's come together. The relief arch. You can see up there, it's 2 bricks thick. So they match. And then the bottom here, 2 bricks thick. See? 2 rows. That's what we have up there. 2 rows. See that? That's what I mean. It all matches. But this is damaged. I love you all. Take care. This is Minneapolis. There's the grain belt sign back on. It's a brand new sign, actually. Because we're all about the beer here, I guess.